On Evening Edition, will you be able to buy weed in Carbondale?
Ultimately, we all want the same thing.
Plus, we get more insight on the Murfreesboro teachers' strike. And Giant City Stables gives a new definition to self-care. Live from Southern Illinois University, you're watching River Region Evening Edition. Carbondale finally makes a decision on marijuana. Good evening, I'm Hannah Frisch.
And I'm Jacob Gordon. Last night, the city chose to opt in to allow recreational marijuana sales. Surrounding town, Marion chose to opt out. However, Carbondale City Mayor Mike Henry believes that this decision is based off the community's voices.
Community in the area also, probably close to Marion, but Marion had opted out. We didn't have to do anything to opt in, but I really wanted council to take a vote and get public input and find out what the public felt.
Council voted in favor of recreational marijuana of a 6-1 vote. The city also voted on a 2% sales tax, making it lower than surrounding communities. Henry believes this will bring an increase in revenue for the city. This money will be used for community projects. The city council will be discussing that in the future. Well, today was day 5 of the Murfreesboro teachers' strike.
And families are coping with students now a week out of school. Evening Edition Samantha Soto talked to members of the Murfreesboro high school community.
Now being out of school for nearly a week, students and parents in Murfreesboro are growing concerned but hopeful for the future of their schools. Sophomore Alexis Fletcher says the break from school has been hectic, feeling neglected from an education. In addition to missing classes, extracurriculars have also been cut short.
It's a lot for the students too, not just the education that they're missing, but everything that they love doing just being put off by this. And I don't think that there's any one person to blame, any one group to blame, but I think we all do need to fight to make an end to it so we can get back.
Parent Lisa Spencer's 8th grade son is in the marching band and tells us they have already had to drop out of a competition and will likely have to forfeit this weekend, leaving them with only 2 competitions. Spencer says her son has spent most of his days off school picketing on strike with the teachers.
I'm proud. I'm proud. He loves his teachers, he supports them, as do I, and he really felt strongly about going up and showing his support for them.
Members of the community are hopeful that the school board is taking steps in the right direction.
I'm happy that they're not backing down either side. I'm happy that they're standing strong in what they say. It means that they actually care about it, but it's upsetting to see how much it's affecting not just the teachers and the board, all the students, like the entire community is affected by it.
For Evening Edition, I'm Samantha Soto.
A federal mediator is not available to meet in Murfreesboro until Friday.
There's new information tonight about the shooting of a 5-year-old girl in Carbondale on Monday. Police say the little girl was not the intended target, but was merely caught in the crossfire of a fight, which broke out in front of an apartment on the 400 block of East Chestnut Street. The victim is still in a St. Louis area hospital, but is expected to make a full recovery. Carbondale Deputy of Police says there were 3 juvenile suspects were arrested and charged.
Well, Jacob, that weather today was honestly the best weather we've had all week, in my opinion. It was
It kind of started out with a brisk kind of morning, but got warmer as the day went on. Zach Warhus is here now with the first look at weather. So, Zach, are we expected to see the warm to continue the rest of the week?
Well, Jacob, you're right. That was some of the best weather that I've experienced this week. Unfortunately, might not stick around. But tonight we're going to be seeing partially cloudy skies with a low of 62. Tomorrow morning the temperature is going to drop just a little bit, going down to 60 with some cloud cover. But by midday we're going all the way back up to 79 degrees. If we stay tuned for the later part of the broadcast, you can see that we will have some rain on the horizon. That sun might not stick around for super long. There is a flood warning too. Stay tuned if it impacts you. But you can catch all that in my 5-day forecast and more.
All right, thank you, Zach. When you think of therapy, you usually think of talking to a therapist or doing physical therapy.
But for some kids and adults in Southern Illinois, their definition of therapy is different.
It's nice, it's peaceful out here.
After a busy week, it's nice to enjoy a peaceful Saturday morning. But for some, they head to Giant City Stables for a therapy session.
So it's a therapeutic riding program that they benefit from the feel of the horse, the ride of the horse, and it helps with memory, it helps with muscles, it helps with speech. It's just an amazing program.
Specialized Equine Service is a program where kids with a disability get to ride a horse.
You want to go on a trail ride?
A lot of the kids don't see it as a therapy. It's actually fun for them.
Meet Wyatt. He has a rare syndrome which causes him to have seizures and mental delays.
He's not scared of things, as far as, being shy or something like that, where he comes here and riding that horse really kind of builds a lot of confidence for him.
Wyatt has been riding with SES since April, and his father says he can see progress.
With his social skills, he used to be very, very shy, where now he comes here and he's more and more, he can't really talk just because of his delayed muscle growth, but you'll hear him try to tell people good morning now. You'll hear him try to say hi, and he's starting to become more of a social person now coming here.
SES is not only for kids.
I'm a prior Iraq veteran.
They also have a program for veterans.
It's not like a therapy session where you're going to talk to a therapist. They're healing with the horse.
The riding program for veterans is once a week, and participants say it's a great way to help with healing.
You get to come here and then you talk to other veterans, even it may be Vietnam, it could be Iraq like me, or it could be, really any type of conflict, any type of veteran.
SES is always looking for volunteers to help with their therapy programs. If you're interested in helping out, you should contact the Giant City Stables at 618-529-4110.
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and the Women's Center staged the Clothesline Project on SIU campus today. The Clothesline Project is where survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault make t-shirt art. Each shirt is a specific color to show what they survived, like yellow for domestic violence survivors and red, pink, and orange for sexual assault survivors. Thousands of shirts have been made at the Women's Center since 1993.
Just helps men, women, and children, survivors, family members that have experienced domestic violence or sexual assault in some form. It's a release. It helps them become more empowered. It gives them a voice.
There will be more clothesline projects later in the month at John A. Logan College and in Marion. And also today on SIU campus was Start Seeing Pink. Students could tie-dye shirts with 3 different shades of pink from 10 to 2 for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Donations were being accepted for the Saluki Strength Breast Cancer Scholarship and Endowment Fund, a scholarship that helps students with families affected by breast cancer.
And ahead on Evening Edition, Turkey sends ground forces into Syria.
Plus, Facebook plans to create their own cryptocurrency. You're watching Evening Edition at 5.